O'Neill Outside with Travis Johnson.
Oh, give me 518s down, man. Oh.
Shit, you gave me too pretty a shot. I couldn't pass it up.
CVA 50 caliber MR.
CVA nitride muzzle loader.
O'Neill Outside with Travis Johnson is presented each week by CVA. It's just a better gun.
Hello again, everyone. I'm O'Neill Williams, and welcome to our program. Great example of today of the fact that it's O'Neill Outside with Travis Johnson. Travis, bow in hand, and quite a stalker, quite a hunter. This archery stuff, which I can't do because of bad shoulders, he's really good at. So, in service to the landowner, where we hunt often, go get you a hog or two. And that's what he does with his archery gear. Oh, today on O'Neill Outside with Travis Johnson. Use that, please.
All right, you've probably seen this place before. This is a place that we've come down here and killed a lot of hogs, but the bonus this time is it's still deer season. But we're gonna do the same thing that we've done a million times hog hunting. You go down, you see all this wheat that's coming up out here. They're gonna be hanging in the edges. We got some good cloud cover. It's a little hot, but I mean, it's been that way everywhere I've gone this year, except Texas, and then we like to froze. But come down in these bottoms right here. We're gonna see if we can't walk up on something and stick it with the prime. We hadn't been able to get anything. We didn't connect in Kansas. We didn't connect in Missouri. It just happens, but we're gonna go connect on some pork. You're probably looking at this going, man, the hogs could be anywhere. I tell you, we figured this out. Times being down here that these hogs will hang out. The deer too, will hang out between this field and the swamp. We got an east wind, so it's blowing right straight this way. I'm gonna go in right down here and work my way up this edge, real quiet, move a little bit, stop and listen. A lot of times, especially hogs, you can hear them way before you get to them. We'll be able to sneak in there with the wind in our face and hopefully get within bow range. I've killed several down here in the past couple of years with a rifle or a muzzle loader that I was within bow range. So now we're actually going to try it with a bow. So you know what that means. I'm not going to be able to get within 200 yards of them, but we're going to try it anyway. All right, look what we're doing. Like I said, we're walking downwind. Wind's blowing in my face. We're walking this way. But here, you can tell the difference in these because these are hogs. See how they're round right here on the end? Those are hogs. They're coming in, feeding, whatever, traveling. So they've been here since the last time it rained, which we are hunting in Georgia, so that could have been a long time ago. But it's gonna rain today. We're gonna drop in the woods right here. This is where we'll start, so now we gotta get quiet. So come on.
O'Neill Outside with Travis Johnson, brought to you by Conus Optics, the Whitetail Institute of North America, Bill Jordan's Realtree Camo, the Furminator, Enforcer Fire Aid 2000, Bojangles, and your local Toyota dealer.
right, so I got down here, I was a little discouraged. The farmer has fenced the whole property in. Now, to a deer, this ain't nothing. He jumps over it, they come out here. Hogs, they don't really jump like that. So I was worried we weren't gonna be able to find any. But look right here, I found this, and you see how far they can push this wire up? Well, they're in and out of here just as much as they were. I don't know that any big ones are coming through right here, but if the little ones are coming in here, the big ones are coming too. But this fence gives me a perfect little kind of a barrier to walk down. It's open where they brought the tractors through here. I can get through here a lot quieter, and it makes sign like this more obvious. So anyway, this fence ain't slowing the hogs down, so it's not gonna put me down. I'm gonna go right up here and hopefully there'll be some in this bottom somewhere. Let's see what they're doing. There's gotta be more than one. What'd I tell you? I told you I'd find them. There's a hog right down here. I just gotta figure out how to get to him without spooking. It's a trick to bowing. If I was shooting a rifle, he'd be dead. He's coming this direction though. He'd be dead. But we're bowing, so it's gonna make this a little tricky. Yeah, I still see him. Oh, they're up there where they were. I saw one of them. Alright, so the hogs we saw, we came back down, got down in the edge of the swamp. There's a little black one over here, but there's a bigger one. A bit bigger one over here to the left. There's a couple small ones. I think a big sow. She was working this edge. I'm trying to get my eyes back on her so that I can kind of make a decision on what to do. If we're gonna wait her out, if we need to move, whatever. If we need to move, we can get around this edge right here and get on that side of them. But yeah, it's bowing. Like I said, if I had a rifle, this would have been over 20 minutes ago. But that's why I'm starting to feel the adrenaline already. In fact, they were waiting on a hog to get close enough for a bow shot.
Fellas, I'm going to take a few minutes today to tell you about some of the creatures that live in the Georgia lakes and streams, some of which are endangered or threatened, and the efforts that are being made to protect them. They're mussels, those little shellfish we see in the water. Birds and some fish even eat them. They can be threatened for extinction because they're very sensitive to the quality of their environment and they have limited mobility. You see, the life cycle of a mussel looks like this. The larvae attach themselves to certain species of fish. As they mature, they fall off the fish, sink to the bottom, and become mature mussels. And they move around in that environment, the lakes and the streams. Now, the quality of the water in the lake or the stream in that environment is mirrored by the population of the mussels. Georgia is home to more than 126 species of freshwater mussels, one of the most abundant populations found anywhere in the world. Now, 14 of these species are either threatened or endangered. Our friends at Georgia Power work hard to be environmentally compliant. What does that mean? That means they take the lead to work at being stewards of our outdoors. That includes being protective of at-risk species like these little mussels. Last year, Georgia Power conducted required natural resource studies to meet federal licensing requirements for their Wallace Dam hydro generation facility on Lake Oconee. Now, that study broke new ground and identified 4 native species of mussels. In addition, Georgia Power joined forces with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service and the Georgia Department of Natural Resources to establish a 30-year agreement to study and help to protect freshwater mussels in the Altamaha River Basin. This agreement covers hundreds of miles of Georgia Power-owned lake and river shorelines and will provide an ongoing conservation benefit for native freshwater mussels. Georgia Power is committed to aiding species diversity and protecting the water quality in the lakes and streams all over the state. And for me as an outdoorsman, that means an awful lot because truly, we all live downstream, don't we? Today you're watching Travis on an archery hunt for hogs. He's good at it, he's devoted to it, and most likely successful.
Whoa, there they are right there. Can you see them all in here? There's another one right there. They're in this thick stuff right here. See it? Man, we got one. I know it's not a big one, but it's good eating. It was a spot stalk with a bow. It took us 30 minutes to get this done versus walking up on him shooting him with a rifle. My arrow, full pass through. G5 Havoc, stuck in the mud right there. Let's go check it. I don't think it went far. Like I said, it's probably a 40, 50 pounder, but that joker's gonna eat good on the big green egg. It was standing right here when I shot. There's my arrow. It went that way. Let me grab the arrow real fast. Ooh, I don't know if I can get my arrow. Hold on. Look, ooh. Pigs right there. I just got to show you this real quick. Look, the G5 Havoc expandable. No bent blades. Painted the arrow red just like we want. Luminoc did its job. The bow put it through it. The bow got it there. The broadhead did its job. Fold it up. I hit that with a blade sharpener. We'll be ready to use it again. There's got to be a pig laying right around here somewhere. Right there, that G5 has got it spraying. Once we found it, there's a good blood trail right here. Okay. All the way up through here. I'm gonna ease out. I'm gonna ease out of this thick stuff and go around and pick up the blood trail right here, I think. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Picked it up, it came out of here. Pick the blood up right here. It's going this way. This hog ain't very far, I'm betting. Good blood. When you see blood like that, especially on a bow shot, or anything really, but you see those bubbles like that, that means it's a good shot. That means we got lungs. Which also means that thing ain't very far. But it sure did go in some thick stuff.
It's the whitetail rut, the 7 to 10 day period you've been waiting for so long. And you know it's the whitetail rut because you keep records and it's the same time every year. What's today's tip? Stay in the stand all day. Don't get out of the stand and go back to camp. Stay in the stand all day because the whitetail buck, he's up looking for those all day. So here's the tip. 2 water bottles. You have to have water to drink during the day, and you have to have an empty bottle for other things during the day. You want to ruin the hunt? Climb down or walk out of your blind and relieve yourself. That's what this is for right here, so you don't have to do that. Stay in the stand all day, and there's your 2 bottles, one with water and one without, and that is your CONUS tip of the week.
We have more with O'Neill and Travis, but first, let's thank these sponsors. QDMA, the Quality Deer Management Association. Georgia Power. Timbuktu Outdoors. Year One. The Georgia Department of Economic Development. Boat US. And Tough Shed. Now, let's join O'Neill for some flavorful cooking with Swaggerty Farm sausage.
Fabulous recipe coming up, and you start the recipe with Swaggerty's fresh pork sausage. No fillers, all natural spices. It looks like this in the store, like that right there, okay? I'm going to have a stuffed pork loin. So I've cooked the Swaggerty sausage. I add to it a cornbread stuffing. And I'm going to have this just warmed up just a little bit so it mixes while it's warm. That's just a regular 1-pound pork sausage from Swaggerty's. And I'm going to stuff this pork loin with it. Now I need some thyme, rosemary, salt and pepper, and let's get these onions in there too. I always have too many, but that's okay. When this gets, it's gonna be not too hot for me to stuff. And here's my pork loin. It's a boneless pork loin, and now I have some olive oil in it. Make it adhere, give it some moisture. Don't just cook a pork loin on the grill. Do something to it. Oh boy. Soak the strings so that they don't burn right away. And when Fumble Fingered O'Neill gets done with it, I'll show you what it looks like before it goes on the grill, and then more importantly, after it's taken off the grill. It's cornbread stuffing and a boneless pork loin. What makes the difference is the Swaggerty sausage. Didn't I do well? Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Took me about 5 tries. Suppose it's going to be good. Swaggerty's sausage stuffed pork loin. It doesn't get any better than this one, guys. You've got to try it. Go to swaggertys.com, o'neilloutside.com, get the recipe. Time for the CVA guest book this week from Richard Burke in Burlingame, Kansas. And he says he bought 80 acres in Kansas. And since he did that in 1998, he's taken 19 people to take their first deer, 8 people that took their first turkey. The youngest was 11. The oldest was 72. Now that, my friends, is someone who needs to be awarded a CVA muzzleloader for the expense, for the time that he took so many other people hunting as young as 11 years old. This guy's a good friend to lots of folks. If you'd like to be awarded a CVA muzzleloader, go to o'neilloutside.com, the CVA guest book. If we use your comment on the air, CVA will send you a muzzleloader.
Maybe. Oops. Yeah, look at that. There's blood in the water, in the foot track. So I went that way. Good deal. I'm gonna climb over here though. Whoa. Well, I told you we'd find him. Came right up that creek bank, hit the ground, made it 10 more yards. Look, here we go. There's the bow, there's the hog. We come down here. I know a lot of people say, Trav, you shot a little hog. It's like, well, they eat better. And you know, any hog that you can take out, they breed so fast, they tear up crops. My buddy Jim, he's got more of them than he knows what to do with. Even after it's fenced in, they're still coming in, tearing up the wheat fields, tearing up the corn fields, everything else. Gives me an opportunity to go out and have a little fun. And you know, bringing a bow hog hunting, I mean, you're testing yourself, test your skills, to stalking, getting on them, finding them, everything else. So the G5 Havoc, the Prime Rise, got the job done, put the stalk on him. Here we go, now we got some fresh pork sausage. I'll drag this thing out.